Hi guys, welcome back. This is Board Vet 1286 here to show you a pistol that I purchased about a year ago. It just came out a year ago, and I can't find anything on YouTube about it or anything. The only thing I can find on Google is just pictures of it, and that was about as far as the extent that I got. It was just pictures, and I bring to you the Wesson Chaos Elite 1911, calibered in 9mm. This was not a cheap pistol at all. And what I'm going to do is try and provide you as much information as possible, because I don't know much about it. I'm not really a 1911 guy. I'm more of a Glock guy, but that's just my own personal opinion. I'm starting to come around 1911s because they're very fun to shoot. My very first 1911 that I actually purchased, that I had to choose between Kimber or Sig, because that was just the choices I had at the time, and so I decided to buy this Sig and fired it. It's great. I love the color, and it's very fun to shoot. So I decided to go with this Sig 1911, and I love it. Also, what I did to it today, I found a Wesson Combat guide rod recoil spring system, because I was told that these actually help stabilize the firearm and make recoil more manageable and keep it steadier, as they say. So I decided to put this into it today, and looks great. I love it. Love Sig. It's a great 1911. I like it. And so after I bought this first 1911, I figured, well, let me try something more, I guess, more expensive, because usually when it comes to money is quality. So I decided to treat myself to something a little bit more expensive. And then I came up with this, the Wesson Chaos Elite 1911. Like I said before, this is calibered in 9mm, and I'm going to give you as much information as I can on it as possible. So here we go. First off, let's do our safety check. All clear. And talk about the magazine first. Well, when I bought it, it comes with two 17-round magazines, and they come just like this. It's made in Italy. These are made in Italy, and kind of understands why you get the M9 Beretta look. But other than that, these things are awesome. They work great. Haven't had any failures with it yet. Now with this, start from the bottom up. As you can see, comes with a really big Magwell, and it's great for fast reloads, and that's what you want when you're racing and everything. Of course, helps with the reloads, so you can knock off those seconds when you're pretty tight on time, of course. So, a very big Magwell. If you don't like it because you feel it might get in the way, which I had to get used to at first, it doesn't have any pins or anything to hold this Magwell on, so just add a little bit of pressure and you're able to take this off. I don't know who makes this Magwell. It doesn't have a name on it or anything on it, so I'm going to assume it's made by Wesson. When you remove this, then you pretty much get this, and it just looks weird to me, but that's just my opinion. But you still have a good Magwell, which, I mean, if you want to, then you still get a good grip on it, a little bit more of your hand around it. But my opinion, I like the Magwell because it reloads a lot faster. That's just me. And then, moving up, the grip, as you can see, when you compare it to other 1911s, a little bit bigger. Considering this is a double stack 1911, this is a single stack 1911. So yeah, this is going to be, the grip's going to be a little bit thicker, of course, and that's going to have you to get better grip on the pistol since it's so big. And for me, as you can see, I have sausages for fingers. I'm able to get enough grip on the firearm, so works for me. Really good checkered design right here. Very little aggressive, which is good, so you get good grip on it. Also does it in the back. It works really nice. Great, get a good grip of the gun. The beaver tail sticks out really, really far on this one. Also does on this SIG, but as you can see, a little bit of the difference in this beaver tail. Works just fine. Works great. And then the magazine release, as you can see, is very extended, which is what also helps when you're racing. You can see in this one, not very much, but in this one you can. So it also helps with quick reloads. And excuse me. And of course, like I said, quick reloads. And then you have the trigger, which is, it's a very nice trigger. I don't know who makes the trigger, but it's really good. See, it's almost not there. Then the reset, almost not there either. It's amazing trigger. I love it. It's also adjustable. There's a little screw in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's also adjustable. You can tune it however you want it. Also, it has ambidextrous safety levers, this side and also this side. If you need to, if you're left-handed, you can also operate this very well, very effectively. The hammer, as you can see, is skeletonized, and of course that makes it a little bit lighter, also a little bit faster when you need to, you know, speed is what is key, and also accuracy, so this also helps as well with that. I'm thinking, of course, in my opinion, that it does. Also, let's see, this rail here, I wouldn't call it a Picatinny rail, but I guess if that's the term, fine. Has this nice little rail. You can mount a flashlight on it, but I wouldn't have this as a carry gun. It was almost $4,000 for this gun, and if you were in a situation where you had to use it, I wouldn't have the possibility of losing this to the cops for investigation or anything like that. So that's why I carry Glocks, because, you know, it's a cheap gun and you don't have to worry about it. I did mount a light on this just to see what it looked like. It looks pretty cool, but it's no point of it, no purpose, in my opinion. So yeah, you get a rail. And one thing I did notice when I first bought this firearm, the slide stop, slide release. When I first bought it, I was able to lock the slide back, but when I loaded a magazine in it, and when it had rounds in it, of course, I would pull on the back of it and it wouldn't go forward. So I went back to the store and I asked them, hey, why is this doing it? Is it supposed to do it? Their ideas were, yes, it's supposed to do that because it's a race gun. Race guns do that. Okay, fine. I took it at that. I don't know anything about race guns or much of 1911s. So I was like, okay, well, do you have another gun that's just like this? And they actually did. They had a Wesson Titan, which was pretty much the same thing without the Magwell. It was calibrated in a 10 mil. So I was like, okay, I'll take a look at that. So I looked at it. It did the same thing. So from that, I said to myself, okay, then I guess that's what's supposed to happen. Come to find out it wasn't. I asked a few friends of mine that are also into shooting competition that it's not supposed to do that. So they said put some ammo through it and break it in, as they say in 1911s, to break them in to make them smoother. You got to shoot the crap out of them. So, like I said, when I first bought this, I put 1,000 rounds through it and nothing changed. So what I did, came home, and if you can see the little blemish right there on the edge, I took a file to it and I polished it. Took maybe a couple thousandths off, maybe more, maybe less, and smoothed it out, and it fixed it. It was able to lock the slide back, then I was able to pull on the slide and release it, and it fixed it. So that was one thing I did not like, but I had to fix myself, and it's fine. Another thing is the sights on it. They're made from the engravings on it. It says Dawson on it. They're adjustable sights. I have no idea who Dawson is. Like I said before, I'm not a 1911 guy. But these are very nice sights. They're very accurate. And the rear sight is adjustable. They're nice fiber optic sights. I guess you can call them competition sights. I don't know how else you would call them. This is over here. And as you can see, really good fiber optics. They glow really good with enough light. And very accurate, very spot on accurate. No problem with these whatsoever. Another thing about this is, I don't know if you can see this. Comes with a KKM Precision bull barrel. It's also a heavy barrel, and it's very accurate. It's really good, and I have experience with KKM Precision bull barrels. I have a few in my Glocks. They're very accurate, and they're very good. They're very good barrels. A little expensive, but like I said before, the more money you pay is usually quality. Usually, and it is worth the money. There is the guide rod. It's it doesn't, since it is a bull barrel, it doesn't have that little stop like this one does. So to take it down, you need this one didn't come with a key, but I had to make one with a paper clip, and I had to make the key so I was able to take it apart, which was kind of a downfall for me. I couldn't believe that. Why would you send out a $4,000 gun with no key so you weren't able to take it apart? Which, of course, I mean, not a big deal, but I mean, for the money that you spend, it should come with everything to help you maintain this firearm. Especially since it's a race gun, you really need to maintain this firearm, clean it as much as possible, and the more you take care of it, it'll take care of you. So that was another thing that I didn't like. But other than that, it's a great gun, very good gun, match fit, from what I'm told from friends of mine. Also, on the top of the slide, it's got these nice grooves, cuts, serrations, whatever you want to call them. Very nice and smooth. I like it. And on the side as well, it has nice serrations for if you want to pull right here to pull back the slide, or right here if you want to pull back the slide. But other than that, it is a really great firearm, and I really enjoy it. Very picky on ammunition. Stay away from Winchester white box when you're trying to shoot this, because it will have failures to eject, and that was the only issue I ever had. Other than that, it's a great firearm, great quality. I love it, and hopefully, if you guys can find more information about this than I did, that'd be great. Put it in the comments. Any questions, concerns, improvements, please leave them in the comments. Like I said, I'm just starting to get into 1911s, and I'm really starting to enjoy them. So, you guys have a good day. This is Board Vet 1286. Hope to see you again soon in the next video.